I will be strict on time as much as I can. So thank you. And I will go begin with Ms. Lantsman, please.
Thanks. Dr. Rosenburg, first of all, thank you for everybody for your testimony. And if you have any documents, please share them with the committee. That's Dr. Rosenburg, you said something about DEI, and there's been some victories against DEI, let's say at MIT, where statements are no longer required in hiring practices. Do you believe that this is salvageable at university, or no? And I have a follow-up question, given you also practice as well as teach.
Okay, first of all, I'd say that historically and presently there is discrimination, against very vulnerable groups, Indigenous people, people of color, homophobia, etc. So that is real. That's real. The question is DEI the answer? And what I've seen in my experience with DEI, it's been more divisive than uniting people. I think all people in Canada agree that we want to, eradicate discrimination and hatred, against group hatred. But I think, personally, I feel that DEI is oversimplified everything and made it and increased the divisions.
I'll ask you, look, I couldn't agree more, and frankly, I think it's embarrassment for the universities, their presidents, their governing councils, and everybody associated with the institution and the governance of those institutions to allow what is happening right now on those campuses. I'd be embarrassed as a student, as an alumni of the institution that I went to, but I have a question specifically about meritocracy. And given that you practice medicine as well as teach it, do you think that that with the perversion of DEI in all of our institutions, that you are getting the right medical students into schools, and that patients are being served accordingly, given the structures of DEI that have been imposed on universities over the last 20 years?
Okay, I just want to add one more thing about the DEI. One of the problems with the DEI and the identity politics is intersectionality, which causes the piling on. It causes the social media epidemics and the amplification. And that's what we're seeing. Now, in terms of are we able to select appropriate candidates, right now at University of British Columbia, they said that there are certain groups of people who are preferentially going to be accepted. People of color, Indigenous people, LGBTQ, etc. Right? They preferentially get into medical schools, and they also take people who, based on their social justice experience. Now, can you imagine if I said my social justice experience was volunteering on a kibbutz, or with Magen David Adom, or spending grade 10 in an agricultural school? There's no way I would get in to UBC today.
Just a quick follow-up. Are we getting the best doctors and, as a result, the best patient care? Just a yes or no.
So,
yeah, sorry.
if you want to say yes or no,
yeah,
go ahead.
Otherwise,
I would love it if you would submit that in writing.
I would refer to Dr. Philip Berger's article in the Toronto Star, which said that we're making a huge mistake. We're selecting people based on identity rather than qualification.
So, thank you, Dr. Rosenburg.
Wow.
Ms.